SCENTSY is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. They sell wax melts that you put on a little, ceramic thingamabobber, have a light bulb in there, and then it melts the wax, and then fragrance is released. People really like the smells. They collect the little thingamabobber figurine things. I know there's a Disney line that people really like, but it's like every other MLM commercial cult. The products are irrelevant. They've just announced these changes that are going to make it harder for distributors to get paid and harder for them to even make sales. It's never a good sign when an MLM starts to monkey around with their compensation plan. I want to know if maybe SCENTSY is gearing up to possibly shift to an affiliate-only model, or maybe they're going to collapse. Who knows? Might not happen this year. It could. We can hope. So because they've announced these changes, a lot of SCENTSY participants are just leaving. They're giving up their business. They can't do it anymore. They can't afford it. And then there's a few people that are saying, I'm going to stay here. This is the best announcement our company could have made. This is really gonna, for those of us who really want to work our businesses, it's going to be good. And basically everybody that's leaving is just a loser. If you want to know any more information about SCENTSY, I strongly suggest you going to check out the Sam D here on YouTube. She was in SCENTSY. She makes a lot of SCENTSY content. If you have any questions about SCENTSY, go to her. She's an awesome resource. And I believe she's going to be making a video about this, what's going on, doing a deep dive. So you'll be able to get way more information from her. I'm just going to be giving my reaction and commentary on the people who are leaving, the people who are staying, and just a very brief overview of what the announcement was made from SCENTSY. So this is what, thank you very much to the person who gave me the heads up about this, by the way. Effective March 1st, a few business rules are changing concerning the number of points in personal retail volume, PRV, needed for active status, commission percentages, and monthly sales bonuses. If you're new to learning about multi-level marketing companies, PRV or PV, this is personal retail volume. In Monate, it was called PV, personal volume. The multi-level marketing companies, they'll arbitrarily assign a point value to a product that you're selling. So for example, if this pen was $100, they could say it's 70 PV. But in order to be active, to be paid on your downline, if you are fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to have a downline, 70 PV wouldn't be enough. It might be 100 PV that you need. And you're like, well, I sold it for $100. Shouldn't this equate to 100 PV? Well, they get to decide what the PV is. So that's what gives you a little bit of an idea about personal retail volume. And when they use that term active. Now, I know in a lot of multi-level marketing companies, if you have a customer, which most of the customers are the distributors, the people that are signing up for the discount, which is the problem. That is the virtual only customers that are in multi-level marketing pyramid schemes are the distributors. They make it so hard to actually have any retail customers because they make the prices so ridiculously high that you basically have no other option but to join as a distributor to become a customer. They show how they're operating as a pyramid scheme. But in order to be, if you were to sell a product to a customer, they're not going to sign up for a discount. They're like, I really like that Disney figurine with the cucumber mint wax melt, and you sell it to them. I believe in most companies that you would get paid on that. But if I signed you up as a distributor, and then you were in turn selling to a few friends or family, I wouldn't get paid the commission on your sales that month unless I had a certain PV, and I'd have to be active. I'd have to meet that status. So you don't get paid necessarily on your team unless you have a certain amount of PV, which you can make, or PRV in this case, by buying more products yourself. You see how this works? Okay, so here's a quick look at the updates. The PRV requirement to earn active status is increasing from 200 PRV in 1 month to 250 PRV in 1 month. This is ridiculous. I'm so surprised that they're making it even harder for the people in this pyramid scheme to earn money, just to get active. So they're going to have to spend more money in order to earn money. They're going to have to spend more money if they have a team, even if they have like a few people, which is what, if you're lucky enough to be able to recruit somebody in there. Most people don't have these massive teams. They really believe that they're running this business and they're working so hard. They love these products, but for them to get even paid on the efforts, like the the commission of their team, which the money is just rolling up to them. We're all little pyramid schemes within pyramid schemes. They now have to have 250 PRV. Most people are going to be just footing the bill for that themselves. They think this is a business expense. It's sad. Once a consultant reaches 1,000 lifetime PRV, they qualify for 25% commission on all their sales and are promoted to the title of certified. Going forward, any certified and above consultant who is not active in a given month, 250 plus PRV, will be paid a 20% commission on their sales for that month. So now, instead of having 200 PRV, you have to have 250. So if, I don't know how the point and dollar system works in SCENTSY, but let's just say it's dollar for point. $200 a month is 200 PRV. To make it simple for illustrative purposes only. Now it's going to be 250 bucks. So if you're, 230 bucks, 210 bucks, if you want to get paid on your downline and all the work that they're doing, you have to spend more money if you don't have any other customers to do that. And that's what most people will do. They'll just have to keep buying. They need to stay active. And now the second bullet point is that before you would hit 1,000 PRV, and it seems to me that you would then have 25% commission. But now they've added this other thing where it says going forward. So now I believe this is a change, that now you must also have the 250 PRV per month on any given month. Otherwise, you're going to get reduced. If you're not active, you're only going to be getting paid 20% on the sales, 20% commission on your sales for that month. They're just going to screw you every which way they can. Okay, the third bullet point, the PRV requirement to earn the 5% monthly sales bonus is increasing from 2,000 PRV in 1 month to 2,500 PRV in 1 month. Well, that's a significant leap. Wow. So it says, because of these changes, we need to update the independent consultant agreement, also known as the SCENTSY standards. This is significant, and it's not okay for people that are involved in this pyramid scheme to be downplaying this as if it's something it's not a big deal. This is absolutely affecting people, and it's waking people up. And that's what my source had said. They were hoping that maybe this might wake people up. I think it's going to. They might join another MLM, but I believe they'll be on their way out. So this is the other thing. This was a graphic here. March 1st changes. Party rewards tiers are changing. And here's the spin on it. A good reason to encourage customers to host now before the changes. So it's like a rush. So the rewards tiers are changing. So it's like, can you imagine? Now is the time to really encourage your customers to do things before things change. It's like your customers, if you have any, they're going to be really things are changing. So now I'm in a rush to do this. What's going to happen when these changes are implemented? How is this going to affect me? Why do I want to do it now when it's going to be a short-term win? You know what I mean? You don't even have to know what this is about to smell a rat, Okay, second point, half off items are now host deals. Third, bundle and save sets are changing to 10% off when a certain combination is ordered. Fourth, the buy 5, get 1 free 6-pack will still be available, but only on workstation orders. And then this it says, this encourages more contact between you and customers! Exclamation point. Like an exclusive special. Oh my God, not like the VIP exclusive list for Black Friday. That's kind of it has that flavor. Encourage more contact between you and customers. People aren't badgered enough being involved in MLM. Now I have a bit of insight onto this. This was explained to me. They're promoting a buy 6 bars of wax melts, get a 10% discount on consultants' websites, bringing the bundle deal to $32.40. But consultants can offer a buy 5, get 1 free bundle from our workstations, making it so customers have to rely on us for the purchase deal. We would need to have access to the credit card information or other payment options. It also provides solid access to constant check-ins and repurchase reminders versus allowing customers to purchase at their leisure. It's a downfall all around. taking the I know how this will be presented too, that this is excellent customer service. They're going to miss out all these deals. This is just providing you a better opportunity to really win your customers over and wow them with how much you care, and really tailor in your recommendations for the wax melts or the figurines that you're going to have. But it's really intrusive, and it's taking away a customer's autonomy. That's what I see. The next one here, the amount to be an active consultant is increasing from 200 PRV to 250 PRV a month. Certified consultants who are not active will be paid 20% commission for that month instead of 25%. The monthly sales reward is increasing from 2,000 PRV to 2,500 PRV in 1 month. Okay, and now these little small fine print then. These changes are not unexpected, as inflation has affected everything. I believe Sensei held off as long as they could. This is just, they are unexpected. But this is that toxic positivity. This is like everything that this company does is good. It's for our benefit. I believe, like, you have no clue. You believe because you want to believe that this company has your best interests at heart, and it doesn't. It's a scam. Sensei is defrauding you, and they're defrauding you through cute little wax melts, just like every other MLM scam. These changes are not, they are unexpected because a lot of people are leaving, and a lot of people who really believe this was their own business and they loved the community, they're leaving, and these aren't bad people. And it's funny how, you know, these people who are leaving, now all of a sudden you see this like split, like you see in all these cults. People are, well, I am a real believer. I think they held off as long as they could, literally plucking it out of thin air to try to make sense of it. And you have these people that are now turning on others that are leaving. It's like, well, they were just weak. They don't take their business seriously. I'm going to, you know, to do what? Your company has made some shit announcements. It's deplorable how they're treating you and other people. And it's deplorable how now you're turning on these same people who are now leaving because they're like, this isn't good for me. And it's like, oh, instead of wishing them well, it's like, well, I can't believe these people are leaving. Wait till you see the snark. It's just gross. For fucking wax melts. Okay, it says there is no mention of a change to the requirement of being active for 1 month out of every 12 to remain a consultant, and 1 month out of every 4 to maintain a downline. Well, I'm sure they're going to come in at some point and make it more difficult for everybody, and also make it so you have to spend more money. Okay, now I want to just show you some of the posts that I came across on Facebook. And we're going to start with the toxic positivity ones first. So this one says, I see so many Sensei consultants ready to give up and walk away from their business because of the changes coming on March 1st. Can you imagine just the assholery of this? I mean, these are people that, you know, the day before, whenever this announcement was made, they were all locked arms, pouring into each other, joining these Zoom calls. The moment somebody wants to leave, they're like, I see so many of you prepared to give up and walk away. Just gross. This is what happens, though, you know, and you'll see people like, yeah, they're all on board with it. It's like, you can see how it just divides right away. While I'm a big believer in doing what's best for you and your mental health, I just want to remind you, changes happen regardless of what company you're affiliated with. I'm not a fan, but I will use the changes as motivation for my business. What a fucking cock post to make. Just like, and they're posting this on, this is just public. I didn't have to like go root around or infiltrate any group to see this. This is just posted publicly. So just insulting everybody that is in Sensei that has decided to leave. And then that's they insult it. It's like the opposite of a shit sandwich. It's just it's all shit. There's no good. And then the shit's in the middle. It's just shit on top of shit. So it's like, I see so many of you ready up to walk away. I'm a big believer in doing what's best for your mental health, but you're a loser. And no matter where you go, changes are going to happen. Sign me up under you. Can you imagine being in this person's downline? But then, you know, there's a lot of people that are on board with this. They think this is just incredible wisdom. For those wanting to work and make a business, these changes are going to be great, really. Not everybody in Sensei up to this point wanted to work. Even we're going to get to the one where somebody's been in this business for 20 years. You're going to insult them. These people were working. And shame on you for trying to insinuate that they weren't, and it's going to be great. How is it going to be great? You're going to be spending more money for the company. It's going to be great for SCENTSY. It's not going to be great for the vast majority of participants in this scam. But these people are brainwashed just like I was. All right, I agree it will take some work, but maybe that's the point. Blind, happy, brainwashed emoji. Eyes closed. And the brain too. That is exactly the point. And this person says it will all work out. It's all going to be okay. And now here we go. Now this is the majority of posts that I've come across on Facebook. I'm very sad to make this post, but after much consideration, I have decided to hang up my SCENTSY gig. There are changes coming soon within the company that I'm just not able to keep up with. I've enjoyed this company so much, and I'm so grateful to all my friends and family that have supported my little side hustle. It was fun while it lasted. Beyond grateful. Thank you so much. So can you imagine? So this person, I mean, they're just making this post. They're like, it's a fine post. And then you have someone who's like, I see so many SCENTSY consultants ready to give up and walk away. You can just see the difference in tone. Somebody is leaving. It's their choice what they do. How they do it, when they do it, why they do it is no fucking business of yours. How disgusting is it for you to judge and try to shame someone in your own company because your company's made changes and it's your company's fault and you're blaming somebody who's decided that they're not going to do it anymore. And you wonder why people are refusing to purchase your products. You're wondering why it's more difficult to recruit people in. You're wondering why more and more people are waking up and realizing that you're involved in a cult because of posts like this, you know? I just think of these participants that they just really love these products so much. And they just put their heart on their sleeves, you know, showing up, having these parties, sending samples, you know, doing all this stuff. And then their own people turn on them, you know, just because they say, I'm done, you know? Okay, this person says, so everyone that is seeing this, I have come to the decision to quit selling SCENTSY. There are some pretty crazy changes happening come March, and it just doesn't make it feasible to continue on. See, these people that are saying, they're actually looking at the numbers and they're like, you know what? I'm actually operating as a business instead of being a brainwashed participant that is going to alienate and ignore all of the people that I claimed I loved and supported and was an amazing community of like-minded, positive, empowered women. I'm going to actually look at the numbers and be like, this isn't a wise business decision. And it's not, and it's good for them. And it's hard to do, but this is the right decision. I do have stock on hand that I'm going to be selling, of course, because we all do and we're an MLM. Oh my, we have schwack loads of stuff. I will use this page for that, and anyone can message me with questions. I will ship, but at buyer's expense. I really do appreciate you all. You have kept me going for almost 5 years. Thank you. Sometimes the easiest decisions are the ones made for us. When a company makes it impossible for you to go on, it makes it very easy for you to exit. I hope that these people don't join another MLM. I hope that they might. I think sometimes that's kind of the road to finally get out of MLM is that you join another one, maybe another one and another one, and then eventually you get out because you see it's the same stuff. The products are irrelevant. It always ends the same. Okay, now this person is also feeling toxically positive. SCENTSY recently announced some changes, and I think I'm the only one who may be looking forward to these small changes, but I understand where others are coming from, of course, right? I'm the only one. I'm so much better, but I understand. I understand it's for your mental health, but really you're still a loser. SCENTSY is so mean. For all their like fragrances and Disney, I mean, this is just hardcore mean, you know? This is like you're at a party and everybody has, like, you're at a party and it's like Martha Stewart perfection. Everything is matchy-matchy. Everybody's got like the most amazing goodie bags. And someone just goes into your goodie bag and drops like a fart bomb in there and clicks it off and it just stinks. And you're just like, why would you do something like that? And they just smile at you and you're like, I know, I understand it's for your mental health, but some of us are just more positive than you. That's what it feels like. That's like SCENTSY to me. The hell's going on in Sensei? I can't wait to see what 2025 has in store for my Sensei business, and then feeling positive. Yeah. Well, I hope you get out. You're in a scam. You're being defrauded, and you're not tracking your income and your expenses. And you're not the only one, because these scams, these frauds, rely on people to just blindly believe. You're actually not looking at the changes and how they're going to negatively impact your business, which isn't your business. And it's going to chase away other people coming in. So you're going to have a harder time to recruit. So if you're going to lead with like, I think I'm the only one that feels this way, what people on the outside of this looking in that may have been thinking of purchasing Sensei or signing up with you, like, I don't want any part of this. Look at this person insulting people that are in her own company that are choosing to leave. And she's like insinuating that she's better than them. I think more positive. I can't wait. I don't want to be a part of that. This doesn't sound empowering at all. It sounds very black and white to me. I'm either all in without questioning, or I do question and I'm going to get shunned, and this weird passive aggressive party fart bomb shunning going on, you know? So then there's the reinforcement from people in this particular cult. Good for you for looking on the bright side. You're going to be spending more money. You're going to be losing more money. You're going to be even further in the hole. Good for you. Good for you for looking on the bright side. Don't look on reality side. It's refreshing to see positivity about the upcoming changes. Kudos. I'm excited also. Well, keep telling that to yourself and keep spending more money. And maybe one day you're going to actually track your income and you're going to track your expenses, and you're going to see that your expenses grossly outnumber your income. Never mind your team. If you have a team, you're not going to be that excited. There's nothing to be positive here. This is at your expense. These changes are at your expense. And it's the strangest reframing to make it look like this is a positive. This is a positive for the company. This company isn't doing it for you. This company is trying to take as much money from you as possible. And the best thing that a company can do is or one of these MLM scams to do, is to convince the people being scammed that they're not being scammed, that this is all for their benefit. And it's being effective. It's sad to see this. Look at, you are not alone. Oh my God. Way to go. Glad you're not giving up. I'm not leaving either. Decision made, only an initiative to work harder. Even when this is going on, you see how people that are involved in one of these MLM cults, they'll just dig in. It doesn't matter what you say to me. I believe in this product and this company so much. Nothing you do is going to deter me. And they'll just keep going. Oh, this is sad. All right. Back to people who are leaving. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to all of you who have supported my small business the last 3 years. And it wasn't your business. That's okay. After much consideration and lots of thinking, I have decided to resign from Sensei. Changes are being made within the company as a whole that I do not agree with, nor do I think is fair to those of us that serve our customers. As much as I would love to continue with my business, I cannot. I'm truly sorry to those who shop Sensei only through me, but I will be more than happy to point you in the direction of another great consultant who I've learned lots from. See, like, the tone of people who are leaving is completely different to the arrogant pricks who are choosing to stay. You know, I would go out of my way to like make a purchase with that person. If I was like purchasing MLM products, I'd be like, yep, and then I'm going to be done too. I would see how people are behaving and talking so poorly about people they have just, been a part of this amazing community with. Next person, it's goodbye, Sensei. I've made the decision to step down from Sensei at the end of this month. There's a lot of new changes coming in that wouldn't really work for me personally. It was always a hobby to feed mine and my family and friends' addiction to Sensei, so I'll find someone local to supply us going forward. Thank you all for your support over the last few years, almost 5. I really do appreciate it. And everybody's just, they don't want to leave. They're being forced out which is good, and I just hope they don't get sucked into another MLM. Okay, come March, I am giving up Sensei after over 20 years as a consultant off and on. It is hard getting $200 in sales a year. Now that is increasing to $250 per month. mean, that statement alone, this person has been in Sensei for 20 years and it's hard to get $200 in sales a year. What do you think people in this company, like these amazing, powerful, uplifting, and empowered, positive, wonderful community, what do you think they would say to this rep? They would probably insult them. They'd probably say you weren't working hard enough. This person clearly loved the products. She was, and is saying it was hard to make $200 in sales a year. It's because this is a pyramid scheme. This is what it does. It is hard. But you'll see people that are making all this money and you think there must be something wrong with you. This is just so heartbreaking. 20 years. 20 years. Plus, host rewards are changing in bundles. I had already been considering walking away from direct sales companies. Good for you. To those that stay, I wish you the best, but I personally can't afford to keep it up. I don't have that kind of money, and I love the products, but my purse can't afford the changes. So it's people are seeing that this is not an actual business. They're losing more money than they're making. The decision is made for them. But then you have people who aren't doing the math, who are just thinking it's all about mindset. I just have to believe and I'm going to be a millionaire. They're not actually looking at how much money they're spending. And what they're doing because of that is they're insulting the people who are actually looking at how they're losing money. Another announcement here. Good morning. I have a big announcement. I've made the sad and very hard decision to leave Sensei. They're making some changes that will make it impossible for me to keep active. My last order will be on the 1st of February if anybody needs any top-ups. I would love to thank everyone for your support, and I've loved every minute. And I wanted to finish with this. I had found this. It was a post that was reposted in the comments of one of these threads of people responding. So this is from somebody, I don't know, one of my personal faves, I guess an upline or somebody that's in Sensei. So it says, be sure to go check your news tabs. You must agree to independent consultant agreement updates to access your workstation. Read everything, especially my response to the changes. It's all about perspective, y'all. It is about perspective, but it's not. It's actually about the data. It's just about numbers. It's actually just tabulating if you're able to afford to make this 250 PRV per month. People can't afford it. It's revolting that you're suggesting that it's just their perspective. It's not their perspective. It's math. You either can afford it or you can't. And it doesn't matter how many live videos you do, how many curiosity posts you make. Multi-level marketing is dying. Nobody wants anything to do with it. It does not matter how cute your Disney figurines are. People are going to go to secondhand stores. They're going to go to these people who are getting out of the Sensei business and they're going to buy from them. It's not worth it. So it's not about perspective. It's about numbers. Like all caps, right? I'm scolding you. Everybody that's leaving, there's something wrong with you. You see those posts of those people who have announced that they're leaving. They sound like good people that just really love their products. They would have kept going. If they had kept it there, Sensei could have kept them and just milk them even drier. But no, they're like, let's get even more greedy. They're like fucking vampires, these MLM companies, and they're like, let's get up to 250 PRV. Well done. You've just pushed out all these other people, which is good because hopefully Sensei its demise will be coming soon. Anyway, I've been through many changes with Sensei and it's never depleted my business. Well, good for you. Did you want a cookie or did you want a trophy? Do you want me to clap for you? Wow. What about all these people who it is affecting? What about that person who's been in for 20 years and found it hard to make $200 worth of sales a month? Are you going to insult them? Are you going to call them a loser? You probably didn't mind it when you recruited them and you were making money from them. But now that they're leaving because it's in their best interest and their family's best interest, suddenly you think it's okay to insult them. It's never depleted my business. I think it's going to be depleting your business. I think it's going to depleting all of your businesses this year. Right? So it says, don't let it deplete yours. And they're like clapping for themselves. Effective March 1st, a few business rules are changing concerning the number of points and personal retail volume, PRV needed for active status, commission percentages, and monthly sales bonuses. Here's a quick look at the updates. The PRV requirement to earn active status is increasing from 200 PRV in 1 month to 200 PRV in 1 month. I think it's good to just see how these announcements are being framed by different participants. And here's the double heart. Don't panic. Don't toss your business away for $50 more a year. Why not? People are seeing they're losing money. I don't want to lose $1. Why are they throwing away? It's not their business, first off, because none of these people signed off on these changes. This has been put on. This is the change. This is what you must agree to. Otherwise, you're out. So it's not their business. All caps for $50 more a year. It's too much money. They're losing. It doesn't matter how much you're losing. Would it be better if it was $10,000 a year? Who are you to decide that $50 a year it's too little an expense? This is such an incredible opportunity for Sensei. It's not. Most people are losing money. All right. When I first started, the minimum active amount was $150. Again, who cares? It doesn't matter what it was when you first started. Did you also, when you first start, were you walking uphill both ways in the snow? Nobody cares. It's like when we changed it to $200, a lot of people complained and quit. Well, good for them. But it became the new normal. It's amazing. It's the same thing when you're in an abusive relationship. It just happens by degrees. It just becomes the new normal. It's totally okay. I mean, you can say this about anything. I'm taking this to the absurd because I'm hoping that this might get through to somebody that's thinking, well, it's really not that big a deal. They just increase it and then we're all used to it. And I mean, it's inflation and it's all okay. It's not okay. This isn't your business. You had no say in this. It's been thrust upon you. And then people that can't afford it, you're insulting them as if there's something wrong with them when you're not addressing the root of this, which is the scam that you're involved in, the MLM company itself. You're being used. You're treating people in your company, you're treating people in the downline deplorably. Is that a word? It is now. That will happen. Will this new change, she meant with. It'll eventually be the new normal. I remember when bars went from $5 to $6 and everyone panicked over $1. Again, everybody, you're just panicking. I'm going to insult you. There's something wrong with you. I remember back in the day when chocolate bars were only 75 cents. I remember back in the day when we didn't even have GST. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how bad you had it or what changes you've seen. It's irrelevant. You're just talking about yourself and you're trying to make it like superimpose your reality on top of these people's very valid concerns and the reality that they're losing money. $1 or $50 should not make or break your business. There's some sound business advice from somebody involved in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. I wonder where they're at in the hierarchy, you know? Well, I'm sorry, Sensei participants, if you're leaving your company. I know that it can be really heartbreaking when you've been a part of something for so long. And it doesn't need to be 20 years, you know, it can be, you know, less than that. It could be a number of months. It could be a few years. And I know you really like your products. And I know that maybe you really like, you know, the experience, you know, the community and all that. It's the same in all MLMs, you know, it just, yours happen to have these different products. And I'm really sorry that you're experiencing this divisiveness and the people that are, you know, doing these passive aggressive posts online about your choice, your right to do whatever you want to do with your life. You know, they're saying that they're supporting you, but they're not, because they have to embed it in an insult. They can't just talk about what they're wanting to do. They have to insult everybody who's leaving to make it look like they're better than. I just wouldn't, you know, even if I was still in MLM, I wouldn't even go and be attracted to that type of person that's posting this online. It's so gross. You know, you're just kicking people when they're down. So I hope that you do start looking at more anti-MLM content. I suggest you learn about the BITE model of cults, authoritarian cults, behavior, information, thought, emotional control. That's been something that's been really helpful to so many of us. And to the Sensei participants who have left, you've seen that you're not making any money. Good for you. I'm really happy that you've made your own choice. You shouldn't be shamed because you've made a decision to leave a multi-level marketing company, for crying out loud. You can leave it at any time. And you know, for any reason, you shouldn't have to be judged every time you leave. So the company makes this announcement. You should be like, yeah, this is no longer feasible for me, so this is what I'm going to do. And then you have like this retaliation for people in your company saying, I think I must be the only positive person in here. It's just like, oh my God. Shut up. That's so stupid. You can leave if you can't leave at any time for any reason from one of these MLMs with having this kind of blowback and pushback. It's, you know what you're in. You're in a cult. That's just what it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.